Hi, Piet. So this is your general reading, order 5570. Thank you for your patience, by the way. Um, Thank you overall. So this is yours. You can rewatch it as many times as you wish. You can fast forward it. You can rewind it. You could share it. I would suggest, again, watching it by yourself. And then if you wish to share it with somebody else, then you are more than welcome to. But it's your reading. Please let me know how it resonates with you, though, just so that I know that I got the correct energy. I have my computer here. That's where I am grabbing your energy from. I will pause in between shuffling of my decks, just so that you don't have to be bored with me shuffling, unless something is coming to me. Okay. The other thing is how my cards tend to work for me is it's like past, present, and future as they are coming out. But the future is not set in stone. So as soon as you start making decisions, then things may change, just as a heads up. But it's your life. It's however you wish to live it, for whatever you want to take or not take from the reading. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see what comes out. One of those flip? No. Okay. That goes there. That's there. That's there. You got a lot of darker cards, like shadowy kind of cards. It's interesting to me. Okay, so the first deck kind of sets the tone of the reading as well for me, and yours is Remember and Awakening. Notice how the hand is even darker. Okay, so I have a feeling that something happened in your past that is still like shadowing over you, that's still really affecting you. It's affecting you with how you make your choices from day to day. It's also affecting you mentally, and sometimes it might even keep you up at night. I don't know what it is, though. I'm getting huge goosebumps all of a sudden. But whatever this remembering is, it's really triggering for you. And I think that it might have something to do with some sort of ability that you might have. But you're suppressing it. I feel like you're suppressing it because you don't want it to awaken. You don't want it to come to fruition. Like that's how I feel. But that's I hope that's right, because it feels right, but it doesn't at the same time, because I just want to not even think about it. I don't want to even think about it. I don't want to recall it. It's like, it's just kind of over top of you. You know what I mean? Like, I hope this is coming across and it makes sense. Because then we have self-love that came in like this. When my cards are like this, it's like it's an upright, but it's past, present, and future. So the self-love, the creation, the intentions, everything is there. You appreciate everything around you. You try and look after yourself to the best of your ability, and you know your value, you know your worth, and you set those intentions and go for it. And I feel like that's always how you've been. You're very driven person. And then we have present that came out sideways as well shortly after. So I have two cards that came out back to back, past, present, and future. So you are very grateful for what you have. You're very abundant with what you have. Abundance isn't always about money. It's also about the individuals that you have. It's about the roof over your head, the individuals that you surround yourself with. And it can mean money and materialistic things too. But it's about just being grateful for what you already have in your life, and you're very present in the moment. So you kind of just stick with that. But notice again, they're very dark individuals. Like they're kind of blacked out. And then we have the Sun, Strength, and Empowerment card. So this one again, there's a darker individual, but the Sun is happiness, light. it's about bringing strength to you. So I feel like when you're out in the sunshine, it kind of re-energizes you. It revives you in a way, a little bit more than what your average person does. Because the sun is very nice to have that rejuvenating energy, but it's the sun. It's like that's your go-to versus like some individuals it's the moon. I feel like it's the sun. It brings out the best in you. You kind of ground yourself when you are out in the sunlight. Integration Union came out next. So again, notice the imagery on this, okay? But I think that is regarding the sun too, and it's also regarding like the individuals having the shadow on it. There is some sort of storm coming up, or that has just started, so we don't know what this is regarding, but it might be very unexpected. And storms come in all shapes and forms. There's like the really light spring rain kind of storm, and then there's like the raging hurricane or tornado storms. This one here, I think you're going to have a mixture of both. There's going to be ups and downs, and it's going to come in like, what the hell just happened? And then it's going to exit probably just as quickly, because we have transcendence and unity in reverse. So whatever this storm is, I think it has to do with another individual like this, because we have the dualities coming in before and after this storm. So I think you already know this individual. I think that since this is in reverse, you guys are going to butt heads with something, and it's not going to be like a willy-nilly kind of thing. It's going to be like a, where the hell did that come from kind of deal. But you gotta kind of talk it out, be on the same page, so that you can bring that balance back to you guys, okay? And you're going to have that epiphany and breakthrough moment. Probably, I want to say not shortly after, but it's not going to drag out, you know what I mean? But you're still stuck in regret, and there's repression going on, because came out sideways at the end of this deck. So this one here is, again, there's something harboring over you. There's something that's influencing you with everything. And I think this storm might be part of that. For this other individual, I think they are going to bring part of it up, and it's going to just tick you off. Like, it's just going to be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So the bottom of this deck is interesting because we have thoughts and isolating. So you tend to kind of stick to yourself. You kind of keep your emotions in check. You don't like expressing yourself that much. You kind of just keep everything bottled up. And then you kind of just explode when things bottle to the surface. Are you a Scorpio? I don't know why I just thought of that, but you're kind of giving off Scorpio vibes if you're into zodiac. Water signs, or if you have water placements in your chart, you tend to have very good intuition. I feel like you have very good intuition too. So stop being so isolating. Accept help when you need help. Okay. So when I say, like, noticing all the darker cards, like, the part of, like, this deck isn't a darker deck. Look at all the other imagery that's on here. Like, they're not blacked out. Whereas the majority of the cards that you pulled are like that shadowy, darker side of things. So I think that you need to, like, embrace your gifts and kind of, like, whatever this is, you need to kind of remove yourself from it. Let me pull another deck. One sec. Okay, so for this one, we have fast energy that came in. So this is about going for it, taking a chance, that action, that determination, kind of just setting your things in motion and then just going for it, okay? But we also have rage. So this is, I think, regarding the storm, because the rage is about, like, ready to explode, ticked off, impulsive, triggered. It's about, again, you're bottling it all up, and then you are ready to explode. You're like a firecracker. That's kind of how I want to describe you. So then we have reconciliation. So I think that other person in the first deck, wherever it went, the transcendence, part and then the union part, this is regarding an individual that might be like a romantic partner or viewing like a romantic partner, because the reconciliation is about soul contract, harmony. It's about spiritual union of some sort. It could be some sort of soul tie as well. So it could be a soulmate. Soulmates come in all shapes and forms. So it can be romantic soulmate, it can be pet soulmate, it can be friend soulmate, family. But I think for you, it's somebody that you're very, very close with. I think you are like in a possible relationship with them, but this is what's causing the storm, the clashy thing that's going to be coming up or just happening right now. The divine feminine is you. So everybody has masculine energy, everybody has feminine energy. Divine feminine is about like being an empress energy. So knowing your value, your worth, nurturing, wearing your emotions on your sleeve. But at the same time, you harbor in your emotions. You don't tend to express them fully to other individuals. You want to keep it all bottled up inside. So you gotta, again, bring out that feminine energy a little bit more and try your best to express yourself a little bit more, because I think that might be part of why this other person might be kind of clashy a little bit. Okay, shadow work came out next. So shadow work is about deep reflections. It's about inner healing. It's about awareness, working on self. I think that, again, this is related to that thing that's kind of shadowing over you. You gotta work on whatever this is triggering for you, and it's going to be triggering when you work through it. You might need professional help to get through this, okay? I'm going to be flat out blank on that. So if you need to reach out to somebody, such as a therapist, to help you with this, I think it's a good idea, okay? But only you can make that decision because it's your life. But I think that this is something that you can't do on your own. You've been trying to do it on your own, but it's not working the way that you want it to work, okay? You're also having nostalgic moments. I don't know if it's the places that you're going or if it's like certain objects that are triggering you or pictures, but you are definitely reminiscing in the past on some things, and you're looking at certain things with different eyes, different mindsets. And it's kind of, again, just kind of you're bottling it all up, and it's festering, man. It's festering, okay? You're gonna explode at some point, okay? Like, not actually exploding, but you know what I mean. So whoever this reconciliation is, you feel like they're like the true love kind of deal, okay? So meant to be together through it all, everlasting love. But I think, again, you're going to have a rocky road ahead, because this is the bottom of the deck. This is reiterating the storm, okay? So we got broken hearts. So this is about like there might be a little bit of a painful ending going on. They're feeling alone, feeling like you're crushed, very grieving. You go through the grieving process a little bit. But again, it's not set in stone. So this is just what's coming out right now. You have the ability to change this based upon your actions and your words and how you kind of come across, okay? So you got to figure out that missing puzzle piece to get you back in alignment for things. Let me grab one more deck. All right. So this one here, we have passion. So there is, again, it's like at the bottom it has insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. So I think this is reiterating everything that I've already mentioned with the other two decks, okay? This is why I use multiple decks, because if it's reiterating, I think I have the right energy, okay? So we got separation after 2. So I don't know if you're actually separated from this person or not, but I have a feeling that you might not be like actually physically separated from them, but mentally I think you have kind of split from this person already, okay? Because there's still some sadness, there's missing you, thinking about you, unsure of the future, but you have fun together still, you have a little bit of chemistry still. So it's kind of confusing, because wedding rings it came out like this, but when I was first shuffling, this came out kind of like that, and then I was like, no, that can't be right. So then I stuck it back in, and it came out forcefully in reverse. So the wedding rings is about union, wedding, married, soul contract, eternal love, everlasting promise, but it's in reverse. So whoever this soul contract or connection is, it's like that everlasting promise. I think if you believe in past lives, I'm not sure if you do, but I think that it's a karmic of some sort that you didn't learn the lesson from in the previous life, so it's carried over to this lifetime. So it's a karmic contract, and and that's why it's foreshadowing. That's why you have this weight on you, because you gotta learn the lesson, or else it's gonna kind of carry through again. That's what I'm feeling. So cassette is like replay. You're replaying things. You might have a lot of deja vu as well when you are with this other person. So this is also possibly about outdated thinking. It's about replaying events. It's about conditioning. It's also about like in over your head. Those sorts of things are part of this card too. So cassette tapes, you can rewind them. You can fast forward them. You can erase them. It's a big cassette tape. Like, that's how I feel with you. So it's like you're replaying things, and that's why you're having deja vu. The boat came out after. So the boat is about receiving what you need, making sure that you're receiving what you need from this relationship, and they're receiving what they need from the relationship. It's about that progression, and it's about arriving at a mutual common respect for each other as far as boundaries are concerned. So it's also about having those issues closed. So I think that a lot of this storm is, again, kind of just the snowball effect of what has been happening that hasn't been brought up. And it's just going to fester to a head, and it's going to go, I don't know when, but just be prepared for that if it does happen, okay? So then the bottom of this deck is stabbed in the back. So this is about heartbreak again, pain, separation, deception, shocking. And again, I think it's reiterating the other decks. It's going to come to a little bit of a surprise for you because of what's going on, okay? So I split the deck and the sword and the rose came out. So this is about having that clarity, having that truth, that revelation, the aha moment, so to speak of. But you need to protect yourself mentally and kind of prepare yourself, and also kind of like having that little me time too. Okay, that's cool. You should have some me time. They should have some their time. So making sure that you are honoring them for their decisions within reason, and same vice versa, okay? Because I think that, again, a lot of this is weighing like really heavy on you. I feel like I'm like shrinking down. So I hope this resonates. I hope this makes sense. But it's just weird how those cards were all really dark, and it's like there's something harboring over you that's just you don't want to talk about with this other individual. So I wish you all the best. But again, please let me know how this resonates with you. And I wish you all the best. Thank you for trusting me, and take care. And again, you can rewatch this as many times as you wish or need. See ya.